Hello, in this video I would like to show you how to start a new project, create a geometry, mesh it, apply boundary conditions and perform analysis. In order to start new project, please press button New. Here you can fill all the project details such as name, engineering and company details, which can be also loaded from library, and as well as customer details. When new project is created, you can start preparing your model. In order to start creating geometry, we have to create first points. Let's create it in origin of our global coordinate system. As you can see, point was created. Next steps would be to copy the point by command copy. We can assign repetitions, direction, and now let's choose our points. 3 numbers of repetitions in second directions. And also that direction. Also middle points. Now we can proceed with creating the surfaces. Here we can create them with use of points. Set the method of point and pick the point, first point, OK, or enter on your keyboard, second point, enter, third, fourth. The first surface is created. Then let's create perpendicular one. We will create 1 quarter of our structure, and then we will try to reflect it on the axis of symmetry. Okay, we have part of the base. Then let's create the stiffener plates, which will be 30 centimeter high. Again, we can copy points. Get those. Oops. And this one. And let's copy it 30 centimeter to the bottom. Sorry. If you want to remove the previous step, you can click Ctrl Z. Let's pick again those points and assign correct direction. This will be -0. Now let's create again our surfaces in the same way that we did previously. Okay. Next step. In the next step, we need to create additional stiffeners under those which we already created. In order to do that, let's copy again points in X direction for 20 centimeters. Now I can create my surface. I would like to chamfer this surface, which I can do simply also by copying points. This time, let's copy it with locate and blend vector, where I pick up the first point. In order to choose the snap to point, I have to right click and select snap to point here. And now I can set up the vector and my length, which will be 20 centimeters. Previous command for this point here, this will be 5 centimeters. Now I want to create curve. I can simply do it by press F9, which is the quick button to create curve. Select one point, second point, and my curve is created. Then, in order to split surface with new curve, press from surface button, project, select surface, click OK, and select curve, which should be used for splitting the surface. Now you can see I can remove surface which I don't need. Now let's copy this stiffener in all those places. In order to do that, go to copy, surface, select surface which you want to copy, and let's choose points this time, copy it to desired location. I can use previous command, previous selection. I can highlight it to double check which surface is selected, approve by OK, and copy it also here. Now, as you can see, I need to rotate this surface. In order to do that, please go to Modify, Rotate By, Surface. Select the surface which you need, confirm by highlighting, and choose Rotate Around Vector. We have to set up our vector and rotation icon. As you can see, surface is rotated. Next step, which we have to do, is to create additional bracket on top, which will be the base for our 1D beam element structure. In order to do that, again, let's copy point. And create surface. Now let's copy those surfaces to create the bracket. here we can create surfaces between those curves. Pick curve 1, second one, and that's created. Let's also copy this box, these curves on top to create the top cover. And again, let's create the surface between those curves. And our bracket is ready. Next step is to cut out some openings in our shell structure. In order to do that, let's find the centers of each hole. I can copy point and place it in the middle of this distance. Then copy this point twice. Do the same on the other side. Now we can move those points to the center of our openings. Or maybe let's first copy them here. We can select auto repeat copy, choose points, and now move by point. And let's move them down by 0 to 5,5. In order, I would like to create a circular opening here. In order to do that, we have to select circle, center, pick our center point, and select the radius of our circle. Then let's do it for all other points. Next, we have to change our work plane for this surface. And repeat those steps. And let's put it off on the top. And okay. Now let's cut out those openings in surfaces. Again, from surface project, we can click pick fronts to pick up the front surface for selection. Click OK. Select all circles which you want to cut out. Click OK. Same for the side plates. Okay, now we can remove those circles. Highlight to double check and click OK to remove. And plate geometry is ready. order to finish geometry, we only have to copy this surface up to the end of our model. Let's select surfaces, copy point, and OK. Now, as you can see, all the surfaces are separate and they are not connected into on the intersection. In order to do that, we have to use a non-manifold add command, which connects together surfaces and split them at the intersections. Press this button and select all the surfaces which you would like to connect. Then set up tolerance and click OK. You will see that the surfaces were connected, and by yellow color, all 3 edges are highlighted. Now when you try to delete, you will see that each of the surfaces is separate. Now it's time to create a mesh.